I'm Stephen Goodman for Flyer News, and our question for Word on the Street this week is how appropriate or effective do you feel the social media response to the recent Paris attacks was?
1.
So again, our question is how effective or appropriate do you think the social media response is to the recent Paris attacks?
I think it's been very effective. I think it's important to get the word out there so everyone knows what's going on, especially because you never know what could happen.
I think it's definitely a wake-up call that it could happen anywhere.
So I've been all over our social media pages, especially Facebook and Instagram.
I think it's definitely important to help raise awareness to what's going on over there.
1.
So again, our question is how effective or appropriate do you feel the social media response to the Paris attacks was?
I think it's important to raise awareness of the events that happen, but it's also important to remember that there's also atrocities that happen every day. The day before the Paris attacks, there was a attack by ISIS in Beirut, so it's important to remember other attacks and the other people that innocent people that die every day. So I think it's important to remember, but also important to remember everyone else that loses their lives.
2. 1.
All right, so again, our question is in regards to the social media response of the recent Paris attacks, how effective do you feel that response was?
I think it's been pretty effective. There's been a ton of support I've seen on Facebook, and then I've also seen just a ton of support from people all over. I know some people who were studying abroad, and they were just always like informing people, and it was actually nice having the social media aspect to know that they were okay. I thought it's been pretty good.
1.
All right, so again, our question is regarding the recent attacks in Paris, how effective do you feel the social media response has been?
I think that the social media response is kind of a good thing, but it doesn't really help the cause because people could be donating or giving their time to the cause instead of just bringing attention to them.
All right, so again, our question is how effective or appropriate do you feel the social media response to the Paris attacks has been?
So when people are posting things on social media, I don't think it has really any effect towards the people that have been affected by the attacks, especially if you're not personally affected by it. And I feel like some people have started taking it as like, hey, look, I've been to Paris before. Like, look at my travels, sort of thing. And it's like, but are you actually doing anything good to help anybody that was like seriously affected by the tragedy? Yeah.
I think it's good to know that people are like paying attention to it and are aware. And if changing your profile picture is going to help you think about it or pray about it, go for it. But like Maeve said, there's not much we can do from here.
I think it's important to stand in solidarity with the people affected, and I think that changing the Facebook profile picture to the filtered Paris flag or French flag is a good way to show your solidarity, but I also don't think it's really helping anyone. So if you actually wanted to help someone, you'd get off social media and just do something.
1.
All right, so again, our question is how appropriate or effective do you feel the social media response to the Paris attacks has been?
Well, I think that it's important for people to feel a sense of solidarity after something that was that tragic. Whether it makes a difference to the people that were affected directly by that, you can't be sure. But like I said, I think that it's important for us to feel kind of united after something like that. It's kind of the best that we can do for them, besides obvious government interventions, where I think we're on the way to. So.
I really think that it's great because it brings awareness, but also I think that there need to be more interventions made. But along with it bringing awareness, kind of like with the community aspect of UD, it really kind of unites us, especially here on campus, and hopefully that also occurs worldwide.
All right, so again, our question is how effective or appropriate do you feel the social media response has been to the Paris attacks?
I feel like social media has been very positive and has really spread the news and showed support for Paris, which I think needs to be done at a time like this.
Yeah, I agree. It's been very informative for everybody to learn more about the situation, what's going on, and people have been very supportive about the whole ordeal.
1.
That's it for this week. To keep up with Flyer News, check out our website, flyernews.com. Follow us on Twitter @FlyerNews, and check out our YouTube channel. And pick up a copy on Wednesday.